Greetings all and welcome to Citizen OI, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you for joining us. You're listening to Citizen OI on the platform where we speak truth to power. We're bringing you a little known fact. Some may know this, some may not, but I think it is worth talking about this, particularly in view of what Trump is threatening to do in Nigeria, to invade Nigeria under the guise of religious genocide, which is a ruse. Keep in mind the US are the ones funding, they're giving Boko Haram weapons to destabilize Nigeria so the US can have access to minerals, including the rare earth metals that the Chinese are severely restricting the access of the US to. They use them in building military equipment and the like. Let us be very clear about that. Now, we are looking at the picture of the great man himself, Patrice Lumumba, who was killed January 17th, 1961, on the orders of the man that you see in that picture there, President Dwight Eisenhower. This is little known fact that many of us are unaware of. And it shows in just one, to authorize the killing of another president of a nation entirely different from the US, shows how undemocratic the US is. And they have no right to stake any claim of democratic operations. Everything they do is undemocratic. They destroy, they maim, they kill, it's all sinister. What they've done to Congo is impacting Congo today. And what is worse, that to date, the US has not paid for any of its crimes that is committed against the Congo and against Africa. Look at Libya. Obama authorized the going in and taking out of Gaddafi. And look at Libya today. We need to wake up on the African continent. Now let's read just exactly how President Eisenhower authorized the killing of the great man, Patrice Lumumba, on January 17th, 1961. Right. Let's go and read this now. In an article written in London Daily Telegraph, 7th of August 1981, Eisenhower by Hugh Davis in New York, Eisenhower ordered Congo assassination. It goes on. President Eisenhower personally ordered the assassination of Patrice Lumumba, the pro-Soviet Congolese leader. It's nothing pro-Soviet anything. As a nation, as the president of a nation, you have the right to interact with anybody you so choose. As long as you are democratically elected, you are working for and on behalf of your people. So this idea of pro-Soviet, it is nothing pro anything. And they said, again, this is the bias coming out, the propaganda-strewn words of the mainstream Western media. But let's carry on. So it says here, Patrice Lumumba, this pro-Soviet Congolese leader, again, I disagree fundamentally with those words, who vanished in 1961. He didn't vanish, he was killed. According to the evidence about to be published, that was published in the United States, in the book, Lumumba's mysterious disappearance and presumed death has never been satisfactorily explained. He was last seen stumbling from a plane in Elizabethville. I mean, the words, they don't even have any regard. Stumbling from a plane. The US authorized the killing of a man, and what you can talk about the man is his stumbling. People took action to illegally kill a man, and all you can try and palm out the way when he's stumbling, when he has no choice, he's been restricted. His life is about to be taken. I take offense in a great deal in what is written here. Now, so it says he was tumbling from a plane in Elizabethville, Belgian Congo, now Zaire, with his hands blindfolded and his hands tied behind his back. The area Katanga, now Shaba, was the domain of his arch enemy, Moise Tshombe, and the United Nations investigation concluded that Tshombe had ordered his murder. I mean, it didn't order. You see, they try to blame. You see what they're doing? They're trying to put the blame on Tshombe. When the actual order, the authorization, the order to kill Lumumba was given by the man that you see in that picture, President Eisenhower. Now, it was presumed that he had been killed by Katangese soldiers and Belgian mercenaries, possibly even with Tshombe's personal participation. Again, they are trying to keep us. His idea is to, we're killing black people. The unseen hand is the authorization by Dwight Eisenhower that none of us sees. Can you see the game that's being played? Hope you can see it. The Central Intelligence Agency stated that at the time that they had no hand in his death. They had no hand, right? But then the name of Eisenhower shows up in a book by those who were involved in taking the life of Patrice Lumumba on the say-so of President Eisenhower. And you come and talk to us about democracy. America is a scam. Right. But evidence is given in Congo Cables. That's the book, Congo Cables, written by Madeleine Gelb, suggesting that the mother may have been ordered from the White House. Details are given of the arrival in Congo of Joe from Paris, a code name for Sidney Gottlieb, the CIA's top scientist at the time. If I'm Gottlieb or something. So it seems like Gottlieb, I don't know, there's some sort of, but anyway, the CIA's top scientist at the time. He came equipped with a kit containing an exotic poison designed to produce a fatal disease indigenous to Central Africa. So they wanted to kill him by disease and say, and all of this was designed to hide, tracing back to the CIA and the US, the nefarious acts in killing a man that was working for his people. Totally unforgivable. The CIA told the CIA's station chief in Leopoldville, that the capital of the Congo, that the substance was somehow to be slipped into Lumumba's toothpaste, food, or perhaps his toothpaste. Asked by the CIA agent who had authorized the assignment, the scientist indicated that the book said that the order came from the highest authority, President Eisenhower, in the pick. While Gottlieb eventually dumped the poison in the Congo River because it was becoming unstable, an alternative murder method was suggested by the CIA of shooting Lumumba with a high-powered foreign-make rifle, telescopic and silencer. 1961, right? 1961, right? What year did Kennedy die? And was it not a long rifle that was used? Was it not a long rifle that was used? Was it not a long rifle? It was. Now, have a look at this. So, we'll carry on anyway. All this was considered in the wake of a meeting of the United States National Security Council, which, according to the book, was later described in closed-door sessions of a Senate Select Committee. President Eisenhower presided at the session, which was attended by officials of the CIA and the State Department. The man in the picture next to Patrice Lumumba authorized the killing of Patrice Lumumba, and he had no right to do so. A very undemocratic act. Now, Mr. Robert Johnson, a member of the council staff who was also present, was quoted as saying at some time during the discussion, President Eisenhower said something. I can no longer remember these words that came across to me as an order for the assassination of Lumumba. Of course, you won't remember. Conveniently, of course. There was no discussion. The meeting simply moved on. I remember my sense of that moment quite clearly because the president's statement came as a great shock to me. How can something be a shock when you come to a meeting and there is a plan to actually take out the life of one person, and then you see you're shocked? Okay, you are shocked. In fact, the minutes of the meeting contained no such directive. However, Mr. Johnson explained that under the procedures then in effect, an executive order of that nature would either have been omitted from the record or have handled through some kind of euphemism. The point I'm trying to make here is this: the same playbook used back then is what is being used now. And as we were talking about, you saw me talk about the fact that they talked about a long, high-powered rifle, high-powered to shoot with a high-powered foreign-make rifle, telescopic scope. So what was used in taking out the President of the United States? Then, Kennedy, John F. Kennedy, was in 1964. This happened 3 years prior. Was that a test run by the CIA? I'm only asking questions. I don't know. But the thing is, that seems to, and when you look at the video, we've all seen the video. That shot could only happen by a long, high-powered rifle, telescopic scope. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point I'm saying is this: the U.S. took out, they keep taking out African leaders. Patrice Lumumba, Nkrumah, Amilcar Cabral, Olympio of I think it's Benin. Many are not suffering any consequences whatsoever for their actions. And they are here talking to us about democracy. Democracy, my foot. What are your thoughts on this? Let's have your view. Let's hear your views. You're listening to Citizen NY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you, and bye for now.